Hi guys and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with Rangers. Taking on St Johnstone at Ibrox just now in the Scottish Cup as we're hoping to win it for the third season in a row. So without further ado, let's dive right in. We're in excellent form right now. St Johnstone going pretty well themselves though. 4 wins and a draw in our last 5. They've won 3 on the bounce and a draw and a... In fact, what way round is theirs? No, they've actually lost the last game against us, of course. Then they drew home to Killie, but they won the 3 games before that, so they're not in bad form at all themselves. Stuart McCall, their manager now. So let's have a little look at the team. Odsonne Edouard will come back onto the bench for Eduardo Herrera just now. We need Odsonne to get back to fitness. He's currently capable of 45 minutes, so we'll probably throw him in there. Afif's still out. Nobody else is going to come onto the bench. Maximiliano Oliveira is still there but won't be playing. Ryan Jack is actually going to come in for Liam Henderson today, just to get Ryan Jack's fitness up a little bit, and I'm going to give Jordan Houston the game ahead of Gamboa. Just again, it's a cup game, so we're a little bit freer to rotate just now, so we're going to go with that, try and get some of the lads' fitness up. Fodringham I don't really care about. He wants first team football, which isn't going to happen. He's got 1 year left in his deal. Ugh, screw it, let's give him the game as well. So it's going to be Fodringham, Houston, Fernandez, Wallace, Mitchell, Jack McGinn, Burjonas, Palmer, Avdiaj and Morelos. Unless... yeah, you know what, O'Halloran will come in for Burjonas and Avdiaj will come out for Maximiliano Oliveira, and Mitchell will push forward to be a winger. Yeah, winger for you. So we'll go with that just so we can keep the formation. Last time out, obviously, we brought them in narrow. We didn't play Burjonas and Avdiaj wide. We brought them in when we got into the match and played a narrow 3, which worked pretty well. I mean, we beat St Johnstone 2-0 in the last game. We're going back to our formation now with Mitchell as the left winger and O'Halloran coming back into the side on that right-hand side. 4-4-1-1 from... St Johnstone playing Luis Suarez up front. Luis Suarez, 22-year-old Colombian, so don't panic too much. But he's coming in. He's got 5 goals and 9 starts in the league for them, so he's not a bad player by the looks of that one. And Skugel playing behind him. Assertively, I want to win this game. Ryan Jack is motivated by that. I didn't want them going out here thinking because we've got a rotational side out today that it's okay to not win this game. We absolutely need to win this. We want this cup. Just because we've got a 4-point advantage in the league at the moment, we can't rest on our laurels thinking we're going to win that. And even if we do win it, we would still obviously like to do the double. As Fodringham plucks St Johnstone's long throw out of the sky. And we'll kick it long towards Alfredo Morelos, who wins the header. Good play from him. McGinn to Palmer now. He's got a bit of space for Mitchell. It's not a good ball by Palmer though. Mitchell had stopped his run. Hodson now. And Shaughnessy plays it forward to Quitongo. So good play St Johnstone getting it out of the back. Quitongo motors up to Suarez. It's a good ball. Come on boys, just get stuck in there. It's back to Skugel. We're alright here. We've got a bit of good shape. What a challenge, McGinn. And O'Halloran's onto the ball. Palmer, can he hit it forward for Morelos? He certainly can. Morelos has got work to do to hold this up here. Only St Johnstone players around him. Goes back to Palmer, driving forward. Can he find a ball? He's giving it away to Anderson. That's twice he's given that ball away. Palmer, as Suarez gets ahead of Ivanildo Fernandez. Still driving Suarez. Squares it for Skugel. 1-on-1 with Fodringham. And it's 1-0 to St Johnstone. Push forward. Come on, guys. 1-0 down to St Johnstone here already. At Ibrox, Casey Palmer giving the ball away twice. It's uncharacteristic of him. He's done well so far in his Rangers career, but that's piss poor. As he floats it in, it's headed away. Comes back to him, takes a touch, gives it away to Skugel, who can clear. It's not a good start so far from Casey Palmer. As Houston plays it to McGinn, bit of space. Can he thread this through? Morelos takes a touch, plays it in. Palmer, chance for redemption, and his shot is weak sauce and right into Xander Clark's arms. And in the past couple of games, he's had a couple of shots like that where he's just scooped it at the goalkeeper, who can just harmlessly catch the ball. I wonder if he's becoming a bit comfortable here at Ibrox since obviously he's taken to it so well. Still time in this game, of course. We're pressing ahead since St Johnstone got that go-ahead goal. As O'Halloran runs at them, whips one in. Morelos can't quite get there, comes back to Jack. Houston's there on the right hand side if Jack wants to use him. Goes back to Murray Wallace and Oliveira. We're pinging the ball in around nicely though for the most part. St Johnstone pressing very well, but we're dealing with it. McGinn for Jack now. Bit of a dodgy touch there, gets away with it. Forward for Morelos, touch. Plays it in for Palmer, chance for redemption. It's a good save by Xander Clark this time. At least he made the goalkeeper work more seriously this time, Palmer. At St Johnstone ride the storm, and it's a throw in for them now, deep into the box towards Suarez, away by Houston. Come on, O'Halloran gets onto it. Possible counter. Morelos drifted wide, picks it up, come on. Right, Palmer race into the box here and get this ball squared to you. Morelos, so it's for Mitchell who arrives on the left foot, too narrow an angle, squares it. O'Halloran's hit the woodwork. I was just lacked that clinical finish there, I think. Mitchell should have hit it earlier when he squared it too wide to O'Halloran at the other side, and too narrow of an angle for him to finish either. We're absolutely dominating the opening 20 minutes, but somehow we find ourselves behind. Skugel was a lot more clinical with his chance than we've been. It's been a number of disappointing performances today, actually. Houston now will go with a narrow 3 in behind Morelos, I think, second half. As Houston whips it in, Mitchell gets free, and it's the easiest goal he'll ever score. And St Johnstone have got to be raging with that. Oh, it's the first goal he's actually scored in Rangers colours, Dimitri Mitchell. That surprises me, but there you go. Well done, young man. Gets a rare start today. Scores the goal. And we've absolutely destroyed St Johnstone. I've no idea how we don't find ourselves ahead. Oliveira to Jack now. We've played some decent football. Jack's ball out to O'Halloran. Races his man. Whips it in. Stands it up. Shaughnessy away easily though. Back to McGinn. Can he smash one in? Nope. Lays it to Houston to whip one in. Beats his man. What a ball. It's so easy for Alfredo Morelos. 2-1 to Rangers before half time. Excellent stuff, really. I mean, Houston's done really well. I think he set up both the goals, didn't he, with his crosses? Let's see. Yeah, Jordan Houston, 2 assists. Put it on a plate for both goals as well. And 10-1 is the shot count. Actually, I'm going to praise them. They've done really, really well today. They've played well. Do I want to change it is the question. I don't... Well... We'll drop Mitchell back. Take Oliveira off for Donis Avdiaj. That's what I'm going to do just now. Palmer and Avdiaj there. And they're going to be in behind a 2-man strike force. O'Halloran's going to come off for Odsonne Edouard. And he will play as the target man alongside Alfredo Morelos, the advance forward. And we'll go with a narrow, a 4-2-2-2 narrow. Playing wide now. We're going to play fairly narrow, but still looking for the overlaps of those fullbacks. Mitchell and Houston bombing on forward. Similar to what we did last time out, but we're playing an extra striker rather than an attacking midfielder, just to give Odsonne Edouard the 45 minutes here. O'Halloran to Edward, Palmer, Morelos. Oh, there you go. You can't argue with that start to the second half, can you? 3-1, 16 seconds after the restart. And Stuart McCall will be wondering why he bothered with this half-time team talk. 3-1 Rangers. They've done so well, actually, to bounce back from going 1 down. As it's whipped in by Donis Avdiaj. Fernandez down. Wallace puts it in. 4-1 after 51 and a half minutes or so here at Ibrox. Excellent performance after going the 1 goal down. And we've did this a couple of times. We did this to Hearts as well back in December there, where they took the 1 goal lead. We ended up battering them 5-1, I think, in the end. McGinn floats in another corner here. It's away this time by Hodgson. But can we get another goal here to make it 5? Avdiaj puts it in, away by Anderson too easily. Suarez will pick it up. Possible counter actually for St Johnstone now. But we've improved massively from early seasons. The first 2 seasons, we go 1-0 down and we're battering at the door, can't find a way through. We would have just lost 1-0. So I'm delighted with the way that this squad's actually come together and shows some character now when we go down, as El Massani wants a run at Jordan Houston. Floats it in very high. Suarez going for it, heads it off the bar, bounces around, and Murray Wallace can clear it off the line. St Johnstone with a rare effort trying to show that they're not going to lie down and take this, as Murdoch plays it back to Clark. A really exciting game, if nothing else, here at Ibrox. 4-1 up, obviously you can appreciate the excitement of the game, as Quitongo gets an easy run down the line, plays it into Grimes, and Skugel over the top for Suarez. It's a great ball actually. Suarez takes a touch, advances on Fodringham, and then finishes neatly. And we have to just concentrate a little bit here. We don't want to rest on our laurels too much and think this game's won. 4-2, you know, if they get another goal, they're right back in it. 4-1, 4-1 from them here now, which I think is a bit negative actually. After scoring a goal to get back in it, I'd have thrown the kitchen sink at us. Houston to McGinn, continues his run. Picking her up now, Houston, wide, whips it, Edouard's on the end of it, and it's Odsonne Edouard, and it's a third assist for Jordan Houston, and that should put the game to bed. We'll bring on Barjonas for McGinn. That's what we'll do just now. Ryan Jack will see out the whole 90 minutes. St Johnstone kicking off immediately, looking to get forward through Quitongo, but he loses it to Mitchell. Avdiaj, Barjonas, Edouard. Let's get another goal here. Fernandez to Wallace now. It's looking a good partnership, Fernandez, Ivanildo Fernandez and Murray Wallace there at the back. Cardoso somewhat frozen out now after a couple of mistakes. I like the way Fodringham with his long goal kick goes to Morelos instead of Odsonne Edouard. Palmer, Houston, Barjonas. Lovely the way we're cycling it around, although that was a terrible pass by Barjonas. Quitongo out there really narrow now as well. Game's getting a bit scrappy. Lee Hodgson lumps it long for Suarez. Murray Wallace is asleep a little bit there. Suarez is in looking for another neat finish. Hits it. It is another neat finish. It's exactly the same. And it goes in, and it is 5-3 now. Let's just put a little bit of a, what would you call it, blemish, a little bit of blemish on this result. They've had 3 shots on target and all of them have went in. And basically they've all been from defensive slip-ups. There's Shaughnessy now with the throw-in. And by the way, if they score for 5-4, they're right in this in the last 10. Hodgson in for Skugel, who manages to keep it under a challenge. Hodgson again, his own man gets in his way. Shaughnessy, oh, what a flick that is for Grimes, but it's cleared. Right, lump it, Palmer. Palmer up to Morelos for Odsonne Edouard, but racing back is Hodgson. Only as far as Mitchell, that's alright. Worried about our complacency though, giving away these goals. Let's hope we can bury it. Odsonne Edouard for a cross. Scoops it way too high. Morelos on a volley. Jesus, and then cleared. But is it? Is it going to go in? No, Xander Clark ends up on the ball. But 9 minutes to go. We've got a 2-goal lead here. We should see this out, I would hope. Xander Clark to kick long. Houston versus Suarez. It's nodded down by Suarez to Halliday, of all folks. Halliday out wide. Great pass. Alston for Payton. Chance here, St Johnstone again. You know, when they've committed and got at us, they've had chances, and Suarez has scored again. What the hell, man? That's got to be a hat-trick, isn't it, for Suarez? Right, let's drop back. I have to show them a bit more respect here, I think. As unfortunate as that is. Let's try and retain the ball. Let's do what we can. Is it a potential way back into the game for St Johnstone? You're damn right it is. Tighten up, 5-4. This pretty much sums us up. We're not the best defence in the league, but we're the best attack in the league. And thankfully we have managed, I think, to see it out. Alston plays it deep. Anderson's there. Wallace away. Morelos flicks it on, and the whistle goes. 5-4 the final score here. Luis Suarez runs a mock at Ibrox for St Johnstone. There's the headline for you. I don't even know what to say. I'm going to calmly say well done because we won the game. And I just want to keep morale going and the spirits high. But taking that defence away to Pittodrie in the next game is concerning me a little bit. Alright, now the quarter-final draw here. The last stage that's not played at Hampden Park. Rangers will have a game at Ibrox, thankfully. And who will we play? We will play Celtic in an Old Firm derby. Ah, boy. Do you know what? If I'm going to have to play them, I would rather play them at Ibrox than have to face them at Hampden. And if we can dispatch them before the final, we're in with a real chance of winning that cup again. But that goes to the backs of the minds now. And we have to think about playing our next game. At Pittodrie against Aberdeen. I'm actually going to scout this Suarez boy because, I mean, he's 22 and he still looks really raw, but he played really well there and he took those chances really, really calmly. So I'm going to have a little look at him. As we carry on here. We have the Friday night game actually against Aberdeen. Michael O'Halloran injured 3 days, probably missed the Aberdeen game, which obviously is not good news for us. Where are we? Okay, I'm going to have a little look at a player just now that was recommended in the YouTube comments. That's Sheffield United's Mariusz Stupinski. So we have actually scouted Mariusz Stupinski before, but we were given a report that he's better than Odsonne Edouard and Alfredo Morelos, but just that price tag of 5.75 to 9 million means he is out of our price range at the moment. Definitely somebody I will look at in the future because he looks a decent player, but currently out of the price range. 28 starts and 13 goals in the English Championship, so clearly a good player, but just sadly out of the price range at the moment for our consideration. A lot of our players that we've brought in on a free. I mean, if we look at our transfer history here, actually everyone this season, McGinn, Edouard, Rooney, Avdiaj, Murray Wallace, all on a free. Casey Palmer would be the first player we actually paid for. If we do decide to activate the 2.7 million clause in the loan, which at the moment I think we will do. He's looked a very good player coming in for us, very, very capable, so hopefully we can keep him, because you never know, you could activate that clause and somebody else could make a bid and he could end up going elsewhere. So just having the clause in the loan at 2.7 doesn't necessarily mean he'll accept a contract here. Now Halloran is capable today, ditto for Oliveira, and Edouard can get 75 minutes. We're up at Pittodrie here. We've got a good record actually against Aberdeen, 6 wins, 3 draws and 2 losses. And in their last 5 games, only 1 victory for them. A loss, a win, a loss and 2 draws. Graham Shinney also suspended, so that will hurt them. Chance to go 7 clear before Celtic play tomorrow, or Sunday, or Monday even, whenever they play. But a chance to go 7 points clear, which... that's crazy distance to put between ourselves and Celtic. Will I bring Akram Afif back onto the bench? I'm not really sure if I want to, just because O'Halloran I don't think will play today. Gamboa back into the centre of defence, of course. Oliveira will also play. Mitchell is out for... I think what way to go with this. Alright. Barjonas, Henderson and Avdiaj are coming in. We'll put Barjonas, in fact Barjonas can go there. So Henderson, Palmer and Avdiaj will be a central 3 in behind Morelos. Jack and Barjonas will be in the central midfield there. Barjonas, actually I'm going to switch him just now to be a deep lying playmaker rather than an advanced playmaker. So that's the role that Barjonas and Jack will both play. I'm going to bring Akram Afif onto the bench ahead of O'Halloran, because O'Halloran of course carrying that injury. And I think other than that, this is going to be the lineup. So it'll be Fulton, Gamboa, Fernandez, Wallace, Oliveira, Jack, Barjonas, Avdiaj, Palmer, Henderson and Morelos, of course, with these two to tuck in with Palmer in behind Morelos there. Will it be a 4-2-3-1 from Aberdeen? It will indeed be a 4-2-3-1 Aberdeen. Considine playing as a left back today. Tansey and McLean are actually a solid 2 in the middle. Stevie May, Gary Mackay-Steven and Nkololo in behind Rooney. Stevie May not really a winger for me. Crossing 9, not really get that much pace. Dribbling 11, so Stevie May a bit of a strange decision for a winger if you ask me. Passionately we're favourites for a reason. Don't leave anybody in any doubt as to why. And let's tuck Henderson and Avdiaj in beside Palmer. Avdiaj going to run around as a trequartista, and Henderson will be an advanced playmaker. And that will be how we play today. Attacking, we're going to go with a balance. We're not going to go wide because obviously we don't have wingers, so it would be the purpose of that. But we want these 3 here to no sit too narrow. And let's just encourage the boys as we would any other game. We have to treat a trip to Pittodrie as just a normal game now. And go out and play exactly as we would at Ibrox, or exactly as we would away at Kilmarnock. We need to see Aberdeen as a team that are firmly beneath us, and go here and just play confidently and get the 3 points. As Casey Palmer lines up a free kick, there's space in that wall, he hits it but it's well over. Free kicks are still broken in this game, sadly. It almost seems, in FM17, a free kick almost always seems to lead to a goal. It seems as if they've went the opposite direction now, and a free kick never leads to a goal. As the punt goes right through to our defenders, who can mop up. Confident pass from Wallace to Henderson. Palmer takes it in his spin. Avdiaj picking it up now, or Avdiaj, into the box. Stands one up. Morelos attacks it, and it's 1-0 Rangers. An excellent ball in, and an excellent header beyond the goalkeeper by Alfredo Morelos. Everybody involved there done excellently well. Palmer, what a touch he took in that one as well. Stands it up, runs onto it, got the momentum, pokes it in with his head. 1-0. For what would be a 7-point lead at the top of the table before Celtic play, of course. But Tansey now over the free kick. We've got some work to do at the back, which is where we struggle. Mackay-Steven just over the bar. And you can see just how quickly we can be opened up at the other end. Henderson and Palmer struggling today, apparently. Half time, 1-0. Can't ask for more than that. I'm going to assertively warn them against complacency, mind you. John McGinn, I think I'll bring on for Ryan Jack, who hasn't played well today. John McGinn can be box to box. I've got no problem allowing to do that. Burst up in support of the forward players there. Stevie May roasts Oliveira after me saying he's not much of a winger. His cross into the box was dealt with easily by Murray Wallace. Oliveira gives it back to him though. Jesus. And we get away with that. I really worried that was going to develop into an attack there. As Jonas delivers a corner for us now. Can we take a 2-goal lead? No, Murray Wallace clips the crossbar. And Aberdeen get away with that one. See, we've now had double the number of shots, but only 2 on target. Aberdeen have only had 5 and 2 on target. We've had 11 with 2 on target. I'm going to have a little look at the stats afterwards to see if I can tell what players actually taking maybe low percentage shots and missing the target. I'm not sure how deeply you can drill into that, but I do want to have a look at it. Tell them to tighten up now. We've got 10 minutes or so left in this one. I'm going to throw Odsonne Edouard in as a big donkey up front, basically, to lump it up to. Avdiaj coming off injured. We do just want to standard and try and control the ball now. Much shorter possession, retain the ball. A little bit narrower. Donis Avdiaj will come off for... tough decision actually. Fabio Cardoso. I don't want to go too negative. We'll go with the 5 at the back. We'll go a 5-3-1-1 for the last 5 minutes and just try and, as I say, see the game out. Concentrate now. 5 minutes added on. We have a free kick. Palmer to McGinn. Takes a good touch. Palmer's available again. McGinn runs wide himself. Bit worried about the counter now. That Aberdeen player lurking at halfway. McGinn's ball in. Fernandes! Ivanildo Fernandes for 2-0. 91st minute goal. 2-0 Rangers at Pittodrie. Exactly what we need to go 7 points clear as we look to end Celtic's title run at 8 in a row. Oliveira with the throw will probably end the game now. Throwing into Jonas. Tansey pressuring him. Tansey will probably... No, he won't even clear. It will just be over. Rangers at the 3 points here. Passionately, very well done, guys. Aberdeen never really threatened in the game. Ivanildo Fernandes, man of the match with a 7.9. He's done so well since coming in for Cardoso. Sadly, Avdiaj is injured yet again. Injuries have really stalled his Rangers career. He's looked quality when he's played, but sadly that has been rather infrequent. Alright, let's get the Celtic result and get out of here. Celtic at home to Hamilton, they'll thrash them about 4-0 probably. Excuse me. 1-1, my god, and Celtic We're 6 points clear in the league. That's unbelievable. Excuse me with this coughing. Match stats, 30 shots for Celtic, and they only managed to score in the 88th minute with an own goal. That is crazy, man. And I thought our accuracy numbers were awful. Excuse me. 30 shots and only 4 on target for Celtic. That is nuts. I don't know how I would actually manage to find out who took the shots and so forth. No, I don't seem to be able to find it in player ratings or anything here. I don't know. I'm sure there's probably a way to drill into that during the match. It was a good suggestion, actually, to look for that, to see if we could find a reason why we had such low percentage shots on target in terms of the number of shots we were taking. Sadly, I can't find that at the moment. Maybe that's something you need to drill into when you're actually still in game. Ross McCrory coming on a little bit now. I'd like to see him develop really well here, so I think he is, you know, much as I hate to say it as a Celtic man myself, he's looking like he's going to be a quality player in real life. So I'd like to see him come on in the game. Anyway, I'm not going to rabble on too long now. 26-minute episode we're at already on the recording here, so I don't want to rabble on too long and make it too much longer. I just want to say thanks for watching, everybody. Of course, if you're new here and you want to subscribe to the channel to follow this series, I would be greatly appreciative of that, and you can certainly go ahead and do that. But mostly, yeah, I just want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time when we take on Ross County and Dundee.